Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Join me while we discuss the polarizing conversation about the curious case of Latinos for Trump. So strap in, get a drink, a beverage. Me, myself, I'm going to enjoy an ice cold Malta.
First of all, Hispanics love Trump. They do.
Donald Trump didn't just rely on the vote that got him into the White House the first time. He expanded it, and a big push came from Latino men. NBC News exit polls show 55% of Latino men backed Trump nationwide. In 2020, it was just 36%. There are some striking examples, like Starr County, Texas, the most Hispanic county in the country. Trump won there by nearly 16 points. It had gone Democratic every election since 1892. In Pennsylvania, Latinos helped deliver the critical battleground state in multiple counties.
What the economy was versus the last 4 years, they say it's a night and day difference for them. So the values of the Hispanic population, they're more similar to what the values are of the Republican Party.
The mandate from Latino voters is clear. Focus on the economy, focus on bringing down prices, focus on inflation.
And with a growing population, there is growing influence on the country's politics.
We have seen that Latinos are playing this role as a last great wild card in the electorate, and they will only continue to do so.
Wow, man. Damn.
People are surprised that Latino voted for Trump. Didn't our parents come here to give us the American dream? And that's what we're doing, living the American dream. I don't understand why Latinos think we're racist if that's what our parents came here for, to give us the American dream, and we're living the American dream. We're not living the illegals' dream. We're living the American dream. That's why our parents came here, and we were born here and raised as Americans to live the American dream. Think about it.
For the ones in the back that didn't really get what she was saying, in layman's terms, in short, I'm already here. I don't care what you're going through. No me importa. No me importa.
What I was seeing the last 4 years is the fact that this road towards Trumpism, even for ordinary Democratic Latinos, even for independent Latinos, the road from their homes to Trumpism actually wasn't that complicated. Right? And I think that's because what I was noticing on the road was that these sort of anti-immigrant sentiments and that rhetoric started to come up in conversations in very subtle ways. The transphobia, right? I also started to hear that also in many subtle ways. The anti-blackness, particularly during the 2022 midterms, when Republicans really sort of had that criminal fear-mongering narrative that also, I heard that so much in places like the Bronx or the Rio Grande Valley, even in California, is I think what we saw now very clearly is that Trumpism was able to tap into something that maybe is very hard to talk about, but that is the racial and ethnic grievances that I feel we do hold very deeply among us. He was able to tap into a form of traditionalism that I think has really shaped our moral compass as Latinos. And they were able to tap into a lot of the political traumas that we talk a lot about in this show, the communism. And I think all of that put together simply tells us a very simple story, and that is that Latinos are very complicated human beings, and we carry very complicated histories and a very complicated weight of colonialism, and now we're seeing that exposed. And now it's our job to simply try and understand, to see the problems in order to move forward.
Oh my God.
So I'm on the expressway driving to work this morning, people holding up traffic. So you know how we do. We get on side of them and want to look at them. Why all of them Latinos all of a sudden? Now all of a sudden y'all want to drive the speed limit? It's too late. Y'all getting put up out of here. If I got to call ICE myself, if you even look undocumented, goddammit, I'm calling ICE. I'm going to come to the restaurant, and when you come serve my table and I ask for extra ice, you better not blink twice. That's going to let me know you undocumented. If I say the word ICE and you get a little nervous, I already know what's going on. So when I call that motherfucking restaurant later on and I order 100 tacos to go, motherfucker, I'm not talking about food. I'm talking about you and your little children. So get your little salsa and your little sombreros and your guacamole and get y'all motherfucking ass back on the other side of that wall. Yeah, I'm with it. Get out. Y'all want to vote for the motherfucker? Let's roll. All of them. Every single one of y'all. 17 people in a one-bedroom apartment. It's a fire hazard in a goddamn way. Get up out of here. Let's roll. What our grandma used to say when we was kids? Oh, y'all don't believe fat meat greasy. Yeah, we getting y'all up out this motherfucker. Y'all voted for this goddamn food? Yeah, it's going down. We gonna holler at you. Arrivederci, motherfuckers.
Take care now, sir. I can get who's next.
Hi.
Hello, sir.
Just a pack of cervezas. Yeah, I voted for Trump.
Okay. Just for the beers today, we're looking at $20.
It's supposed to be $10. That's a 6-pack.
Yeah, because of the tariffs and imported goods, everything costs much more.
Okay. Yeah, how about this hoodie that I found over at the clearance aisle? It's supposed to be $10. Apparently it was made by the Chinese. I heard Trump was going to make them pay extra to get that here.
Yeah, so it was $10, but because it's an imported good, it's now $40 for you.
So, the tag literally says $10. And you're telling me I have to pay $40 now?
Yeah, so the company paid for that tariff. In order to get that money back, they turn it around and charge more.
Okay. Yeah, let me just go ahead and leave the hoodie behind. Haven't got my tax break yet, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. And if you don't mind me asking, how much do you make yearly?
I make about $40,000 a year.
40,000? Yo, this man makes 40,000 a year asking for tax breaks money. Can you believe that? Yo, that man is gullible.
Here, let me just go ahead and leave all that behind. I'm gonna just head out.
Yeah, make sure you come back when you get that tax break.
I think there's 3 things that have tipped over the Latino population towards the right, which is economic opportunity. Inflation is just through the roof and people are struggling. I think it's also security and being safe. We're talking about people that are coming from very unsafe, crime-driven countries like mine, Colombia. And we're also talking about cultural wars, where I'm a Catholic, we believe in family, we believe in God. Most of us are culturally conservative. And we're watching as the Democrats have lost their minds and they're not pro-God. They're killing babies up to the point of birth, even if they want to erase history that has happened. They've been for that. We've seen that.
You're doing great work. Thank you so much for keeping the drums banging, keeping the alert on down there. We appreciate the time. Thank you.
And then it's like you know, but at the same time I don't know, because then sometimes it's like I you know, like you go and then but like.
If you're Latino and voted for Trump, here are some whitening product recommendations so you can be very white by the time he comes to office. Pond's Clarent Cream, very affordable and cute packaging, to be honest. Pond's is a household name in Latino culture, so you probably have this already. Bleaching cream that works for intimate areas. Not only your face can be white, also your coochie and your a-hole. So when we all get detained to be deported, you can tell them that every inch of your body is white. Vitamin C and retinol soap. So when you're in the shower, being delusional, thinking about all the promises that Trump made, you can keep dreaming and scrub away the color at the same time. All these are gonna work extremely fast, so make sure to have some sunscreen to protect your new skin. They will also help to hide the nopal en la cara que tienes. I promise you that they work, even though I have no idea if they work or not. You love believing in false promises, so this won't be an issue for you.
Nah, she cooked on that one. I can't even front.
If you're a Latino who voted for Donald Trump, here's some tips for your new wildlife. Don't go to Mexican restaurants to order margaritas or palomas during happy hour. Don't go to Taco Tuesday. Next time that you need help cleaning your disgusting house, don't call the cleaning companies because most of the time they're immigrant ladies. Next time that you need help in your yard or any maintenance in your house, don't go look for the guys outside of Home Depot. Don't get your plastic surgery in Colombia because it's cheaper there. Next time that you go back to your country, don't go to the doctor, don't go to the dentist, don't do any service that you need because it's cheaper there. Don't go to Cabo, don't go to Puerto Vallarta, don't go to Cancun for vacation. Don't get the plan to work until you get retired to go get back to your country and get retired there because the US is too expensive. Next time that you need help in a call center or whatever help that you need, don't say, ¿Hay alguien que habla español? You're an American now. You're a white person. You should speak English.
If you are a Latino or a Latina that is voting for Kamala Harris this November, and you want to know what triggers Latinos for Trump, please just go look at the video that I linked in the caption, because that group of people is big mad at me. All I said in my video was, what are you guys gonna do when, you know, the people who are crazy fanatics of Trump, what are you guys gonna do when that dude dies? Because he almost there. And I obviously, what I thought was obvious, didn't mean like what actually happens if that happens. Like, I obviously know they replace him. I'm not an idiot. However, I don't know why I thought this group of people would think beyond the surface level of a question. But the response that I got the most is like, bueno, los reemplazamos. And I'm like, bitch, I know that. So if you've ever wondered how bad the ignorance is and the lack of critical thinking and just how far gone this group is, go look at the comment section of that video. If you speak Spanish, because they're all in Spanish, mostly. You might have a laugh, or you might just be really scared for these people. I just feel really sad for them, honestly. It's a lack of knowledge on how government works. It's a lack of knowledge on how economy works. It's a lack of knowledge on what the fuck communism is, because they love that fucking word. And it's just like they vomit back these words that this man has been saying to them for these past however long he's been in politics, since 2015, 2016. So do me a favor. If you're voting blue, and mind you, I'm not a registered Democrat. Nor am I a registered Republican, but I'm voting blue this November. So if you want to laugh or if you want to feel sad today, go to that comment section. And if you're a political content creator, please feel free to pick your favorite comments and use them to reply to. Have fun.
So I've been going through a lot of these videos online, and one thing I notice is that there's two different distinct groups of Latinos in the country. Actually, maybe three. There's one group here that has been here maybe for a generation or two, and they have no loyalty or tie to their homeland, in the sense that they're already here and all they're worried about is the economy. There's another group that's here for a generation or two, but they are still worried about immigration because maybe they have older relatives in their family that they're afraid will get deported, or they just don't support the anti-immigrant rhetoric in general. Then there's a group of people here not on permanent status that are trying to get legal status, and they are just in support for full immigration as well. So just like any other group in the United States, they have many different layers and they don't vote monolithically. That makes sense.
The 68% of you Latinos that voted against your own goddamn people, you aren't invited to the damn barbecue anymore. You're a bunch of pieces of shit.
That reminds me of Dan Marino. Laces out. I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. That's an Ace Ventura reference for you young ones.
For me, one of the reasons why I voted for Trump was the economy. Mm-hmm. Now, I shared this before and I'm going to share it again. For 15 years, I worked for Kroger. Kroger owns Ralph's, Food for Less. I worked at dairy at one point where we load up the iced tea, we load up the milk, we load up the lemonade, we load up the orange juice. We do all of that. I was there when they priced them. $2.99, $3.25, no more. I never seen it $4. Orange juice, a gallon of orange juice. Now it's $8 at Food for Less. That's not food for less.
It's quite the opposite.
That's food for more.
Right.
Okay, so to me the economy it doubled. $8 for a gallon of orange juice. Okay.
You know, one group that really sealed the deal for the former president, and this was an unexpected group, Black men and Hispanic men. Donald Trump increased his margin significantly among both groups. In Pennsylvania, he got around 25% of black men. In North Carolina, 21% of black men. Republicans haven't seen numbers like that since Richard Nixon. The Republican Party has effectively become a working class, multi-racial party. George W. Bush wasn't able to accomplish this. Mitt Romney couldn't do it. John McCain couldn't do it. And yet Donald Trump was able to do something that no one expected him to be able to do. It's unprecedented. It's going to make a difference. And the question becomes, as this gender and racial realignment continues, what does that mean for the future of the Republican Party, but also for the future of the Democratic Party? Voters sent a mandate, now it's up to Republicans to follow through.
I need to set the record straight, and this is going to be my last video on Latinos for Trump. Just because I despise Trump with every inch of my soul does not mean that I support Biden, because I absolutely do not. But unfortunately, I live in a country with a two-party system that does not allow for any more nuance. These two political parties are polar opposite. But I do not support Biden. He is committing mass genocide right now, and I cannot get behind that. But if any of you believe that Trump will not continue what is going on with Israel and Palestine, you're out of your mind. That man has shown his support for Israel in the past, and he will continue to do that. And there are a lot of reasons as to why the US continues to support Israel. So if you think you're going to get away from that because of Trump, you're out of your mind. Not only that, he does not like you if you're Latino. So for Latinos for Trump, you're delusional. He does not fuck with you. He does not like women. The Supreme Court is set up right now the way it is because of Trump. And women right now have been stripped of their reproductive rights. He does not like LGBTQ people or trans people. And I know for a lot of Latinos, you guys do not care about that stuff, but I'm sorry, I do. So if you're LGBTQ, you are welcome on my platform. And I will always be an advocate for a path to citizenship, immigrants, and those that are not protected. So that is where I stand with all this.
But also, we got to stop trying to shame people for voting their interests and voting for who they want to vote for whatever reason it is. And we're out here taking black cards and Latino cards, and I mean, it's just not right. Because at the end of the day, there's two choices, or even more than two, because you have the Green Party. There's different choices, so everybody's needs are acknowledged, and that's what makes America America.